Hey everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby Supply. Today I am going to do update 56. And I know that it seems like this is moving pretty fast, and actually it is. Once I got the asphalt painted over there, everything started moving along in the town, and today I knocked out a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to show you what's been going on, and I hope you enjoy it, and it will be short. Okay everybody, here's the town area, and I'm going to go over exactly what's going on here. Okay, I guess we'll start our way from the front to the back. As you can see, I got parking lot lines in the taco stand. I got some ground cover put in over in here, and some ground cover put in here. I also got all the track ballasted. I had made mention that I did the rails with rust, and now I have the track ballasted. You can also see that I put in a little retaining wall. You can also see the feather of the arrow there, but anyway, there's a little retaining wall there to keep all the ballast from going down into the city area. But let's back up here. I got a little bit of ground cover in here. I'm still going to put a fence down here, some kind of fence. I don't know what yet. That remains to be seen. I have got the driveway in the trading post. I have got the arrow mounted. I have got a light pole out there. And I have some bushes going back to the hogan. A little interesting thing about the hogan, it was built prototypically. I accidentally sucked it up in the vacuum cleaner, and you can see that it pulled some of the stucco off, and you can actually see the wood timbers inside there now. And I still like the effect, so it's going to remain like that. There's a kind of a rusty old car back here with a kid standing on the hood. There's some cars and a wrecker at the trading post. The motel is basically unchanged, with the exception that I knocked this car out of place earlier today. I did put some cars in there. I also added a little bit more ground cover of interest back there in that little bitty triangle. Now I guess we can just start around here going kind of counterclockwise. You've seen the bar. Put a little greenery back in there behind the bar. Put the lines in the street. Put no parking in front of the firehouse. Fixed the sign on the Ridley Hotel so it's not dangling down. Got a fire truck and the fire chief's car out there. And let me see if I can keep you from getting sick here, but if I can get in there close, I was going to show you. There's a fire dog standing up against the side of the car there, and there's a guy talking to the chief in the car. People in front of the church. I got the headstones put in the cemetery on the side of the church over there. In the foreground, you may see that I got the American flag pole and flag in there. Got the park done and all the curbing. Got a tree. Got a picnic table in there with people having a picnic. Let's see here. What else can I tell you? Let me back up a little bit. I got the gravel in here behind the buildings. I've got a Navajo freight line truck dropping off some stuff at the auto parts store. I've got another truck dropping off probably some office supplies or something of that nature. I still don't have the dock that's going to go in the back of the theater there, which I've still got to work on. There are a lot of little details that I need to work on. As you can see there, I got a lamp post in there behind the buildings. If we go back over here by the Ridley, you'll notice that there is now a different lamppost here. There was a lamppost, a non-functioning lamppost there. We now have a functioning lamppost there. Swing around, we've got some cars in the street going. We've got some cars parked along the side. Not much new. Got the lines in the building up behind. Got some scenery put in. Just a little bit of greenery along the road. Got the striping on the road going up, got a postal truck coming down the hill, and as you can see on the corner of Selena's Tavern there, I now have a lamppost on the corner of Selena's. If we back up here a little bit, you can see that I also have a lamppost across the street at the Western Skies Motel. I have a Nabisco truck in front of the AGA grocery. I've put some people and some cars parked along the street in front of the pawn shop and the beer, wine, and cigarette store. Another lamppost down here at the end of the block. Now, if I back up here a little bit, you can see that I've also got foliage around the gas station. I've got the gas station lights hooked up. I've got a rusty old truck sitting out by the, and it may be drunk, guy may have been drunk, by the gas station. Got the two kids pushing the car. That's a basic Woodland Scenes shove it or leave it, or I don't know what the name of it is, but anyway, pushing a car. I've got a hot rod truck pulling in for gas. Got a Ford up on the lift here. Got a Volkswagen and an old pickup parked at the Sierra Madre packing, and I've got some grass in there, as you can see. The lights on Sierra Madre are hooked up. I have a truck either loading or unloading. It's just sitting there. I've got to make some more modifications on that end of the building to get it to accept trucks there, and we'll get to that when we get down that far. As you can see, I've also added a little bit of foliage back there in the back, and I'll probably put a couple of cars parked on the side of the building over there. The employees that work in the building. Let's see. I extended the street lines down there and around the corner, and the yellow line down onto the pavement. Put a line down the middle of the road leaving town, going that way. By the way, I don't think my finger looks too bad, but I had somebody tell me I should use a skewer to point out stuff. But anyway, there's my skewer. I eat with it. I guess it's good enough to use. But anyways, so that being said, that's about the extent of everything there. Let me back up a little bit and just show it to you again. I have not put any additional people out there. I think right for the moment there's probably enough people out there. I do have some firefighters that I can put out there by the fire station, either working on or standing by the truck over there. And I probably need some people walking across the street and so forth. And then I will need some dock items on the Sierra Madre. I've got a forklift and I've got some pallets and some other stuff that really need to go in there when I get down that far. But I have not gotten down that far. The only thing I haven't done here is I haven't scenic this area that I told you I was going to do last, and I have not re-glued down brownies here. I did, however, put a truck with the hood up there underneath the canopy, and I've got another hot rod sitting in front of the gas station over here. Let's see, what else can I tell you here? That's about all I have done out here, with the exception of let me show you one more thing, and then we'll show you what this looks like at night. Okay, coming back over here to the scrapyard and the oil facility, I did put in some parking spaces here, and I did put in some white lines on the road going out to the main road. I need to put, oh, that's another thing I need to do in the town. Same thing I need to do here, and that's put a stop sign there. I need some stop signs and so forth in the town. Haven't gotten that far yet. The fences, stop signs, and people will probably be the last thing I'll do over there. Another thing here that I'll show you. I had mentioned that I was now using the foam tack to glue stuff down, and I'm even going to try that with my roads in the future. In fact, I did that with the streets in the town over there. But you can see when I wet this, you can see how it wants to curl up. So I'm going to have to super glue that down to fix it. I kind of get tired of doing that, so the next time I do any road work, I'm going to coat both sides with the foam tack and let it get tacky, and then I'm going to stick it down, because it's like a rubber cement, not a rubber cement. What am I thinking? Contact cement. So I will try that next time. Sorry I'm being so shaky, but I got mosquitoes in here. Mothra's gone. Aside from that, let me show you one more thing and then we'll go to the night scene. I thought I'd show you this real quick. We were at an antique store the other day and they had these little Dia de Muertos little tin things with magnets on the back of it. And this guy had a kind of a New York style hat on, but I looked at it and I said, I bet I can make that into an engineer's hat. So I took his bow tie and turned it into a red bandana and painted his hat gray, cut the brim off the back, and then put some stripes on it. So I think he looks like an engineer out here, skeleton. Anyway, just one of them goofy things that I couldn't live without. Okay, I know that all these lights look extremely bright, like I said before, but not in real life. When I'm standing here, they all look yellowish. They don't look white like they do here. But you can see the street light in front of the fire station. You can see the light in the church. You can see the light, the designated light on the flag, and the ones we saw before at Selena's and the red light. You can see the light pole on the corner of Selena's. You can see the light pole here at the Western Skies. And if I come over here, you can see the light pole at the gas station, the light on the outside of Sierra Madre, and the light on the backside, on the track side of Sierra Madre. And if I come way over here, if I can avoid my water bottle, you can see that there's a light on, another light on the other side of Sierra Madre. Like I say, they really look disgustingly bright in this video, but not in person. I'm very happy with it. The only thing that I'm contemplating is this corner. If you can see my finger now, this corner right over here looks a little dark. I may put another street light, one of the cast iron street lights over there, just to brighten that up some. If I turn on the cross butt, you can see how bright that is. It goes down and resets, but I just wanted to show you how those lights look. I'm also contemplating trying to get some 0402 LEDs to put headlights and stuff in a few of these cars. I have some of the Woodland Scenics cars, but I have way more cars. I mean, I have way more cars out on the road than I actually have Woodland Scenics cars to put out here. Plus, I want to work on a semi over here on the highway. I want to put all the lights in a semi, and I'm going to do that with fiber optic stuff, all the clearance lights and everything, I hope. At least that's my game plan. But if I back up here, if I can get back far enough, you can see that the town illuminates pretty good. And now it looks like it's inhabited and the people actually do something there at night. And it's almost like a real city in here. It casts a real heavy light glow on the ceiling, just like when you're coming into a town and you see it reflecting off the clouds. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, gang, I know it may not seem like I've gotten a lot done, but the city is almost done. And at that point, then I can get rid of, hang on, all of this junk up here on top of the layout. Then we can start working our way down this way and make up our minds what kind of industries we're going to do. I'm kind of running out of buildings that are actually usable in here from the other layout, so I may contemplate building some new industries to go in here that are relatively small, thin and long, to go in these long skinny places. And when I do that, we'll be progressing. Another thing that's going to have to be done in the near future, oh pardon me, in the near future is I'm going to have to put some cork in here and get this track up higher here, getting ready for filling in the ballast on the yard, but that's for another day. I finally wound up having to go online and buy some batteries for my tail-end car because our fair is coming up, and if I can switch that on, you can see that I got that guy rolling. so I can use it on a train at the fair. I've been cleaning wheels on a couple locomotives. Aside from that, man, that's about it out here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's it for today. Okay, this isn't too exciting to most of you, but my visible V8 finally came. It was totally sealed, and I opened it up, and it meets all of my expectations. The castings still look real good. The newer version is not motorized and does not have the blinking spark plugs and stuff. I don't care as long as I can put it together and put it on a shelf somewhere. I just have always wanted to build it, and there it is. So let's go to the night. Okay, everybody, hope you enjoyed update 56, and as usual, thanks for watching.